Even all remarks here, back again with another video, back again with another Oculus Quest video, and in this video we're going to be checking out the replacement foam interface for your Oculus Quest from AMVR. So you'll probably know from my channel that I've already reviewed the VR cover versions, and I do recommend them, and we will be kind of comparing that to this one as well, and kind of giving my kind of opinions on them all. But we're going to crack this open. I've not opened it yet, this is sealed. This is how it comes in this kind of little plastic bubble. It is a couple of staples in there, and we're going to kind of test it out, check it all out. One of my biggest gripes with the Oculus Quest is kind of comfort. Now, I know a lot of people, I'm probably in the minority, but I know a few other people as well, find the Quest uncomfortable for long gameplay sessions. Partly because of the weight, which I don't think these facial covers will help with that, but just with the overall comfort around your face when you're sort of working out, because you're being so much more active with the Quest. I think comfort is so much more important. So having these options and these different things is cool. So one of the great things it seems with the AMVR cover is there's actually kind of like 4 pieces in one. You get the foam bit that goes around your face, you get the interface bit which clicks onto your headset, but you get 2 other things that you don't get with the VR cover. You get a little nose flap. So I know for a lot of people they don't like the light getting in through the nose gap under the headset. Now I personally like that because I like to kind of peer down at my phone or whatever while I'm in VR, and I don't mind the light gap, and when I'm kind of playing and whatever I forget all about it. And it also comes with a lens cover as well. So you know when you get some 3D printed lens covers and other pieces, people have been doing all sorts with bits of cardboard or whatever. This comes with one, so it's nice. So you get like 4 pieces in one set. But let's switch over to a different camera, and what we'll do, we'll crack this open and see what it's all about. So let's go over to this top camera here, and here's the packaging. So a close-up look at the packaging here. Here's the bubble that it comes in. As you can see, 2 staples, keeping it all together, warranty card in the back. And I've not tried to get into this yet, but we're going to have to kind of break our way in, I think. So let's go here, let's try to snap this staple. Oh, that wasn't too hard. I was expecting a harder pull than that. And let's bring out all of our bits. As you can see on the table already, I do have all the other VR covers and the original cover, but we'll move those to one side just for a second so we can have a close-up look of this one. So what do we get in the package? We get this padding here. Oh, we actually get 2 bits of padding. So are they the same? One looks slightly thinner than the other. So it looks like we've got a thin version and a fat version. So this one seems a bit thinner, that one's a bit fatter. I wouldn't say there's a massive amount in there, but it's kind of this sort of fake faux leather that you get pretty much on every sort of other headset sort of thing, all the way around. What it does have with these is it has these kind of like little grooves either side, which is meant to be for glasses. So that's kind of useful. Oh, and interesting enough, look, this one's got the AMVR logo on, and then that one doesn't. So if you don't want the logo on, you don't have to have the logo on, which I like. I don't like having logos all over my stuff all the time, or garish colours or that sort of thing. I like to have the option. Although I say that, and I've got the red interface on my Quest at the moment. But I'll tell you about that as well in a second. So there you go, sort of fluffy on the back. So it sticks on with Velcro. Here's the interface. Kind of your standard affair. It's got 5 sort of Velcro pads that keep the pads on, and it does have the nubs. So Nubgate with the VR cover, when they brought out their covers to start with, they didn't have these little nubs to keep it in place, and there's a very small nub there. You can't really see it, but hopefully that's enough to keep it in. But to be fair, I've got one of the older ones that didn't get replaced. They didn't send me a replacement one with the new nubs on my VR cover, and boss, I've never had an issue with it. I mean, when your head's in the headset pushing against it, it's not really going to come off. I mean, if you pull it, yeah, it comes off, but you know, as I say, you've got it on your head, it doesn't really matter. You also get your little sort of nose piece, so that kind of goes in somewhere somehow, so we'll figure that out when we put it all together, but that goes in the nose piece there, kind of keep it on. Also, we've got a little bit of tape there maybe just to kind of keep it in place, and then we have the lens cover as well. So let's grab the headset in and have a closer look at putting this all together. We do have our instructions here, and we do have a warranty card, so if you do have any issues you can get in touch with the AMVR and they'll sort it all out. Just a kind of full disclosure while I'm sort of unpacking these instructions is AMVR did send this to me for free. They're kind of a long-time fan of the channel, so thank you, Eason, for sending me these free things. But yeah, just a free product. He doesn't sort of tell me to sort of give a good review or anything like that. He just wants me to kind of take a look and share my thoughts with you guys. So there will be honest thoughts. So there we go. So it's basically just telling us how to kind of put in the nose rest. There's me wondering where my headset was, and it was still on top of my head. So as you can see at the moment, I do have the Oculus Quest VR cover interface, but I've used the Rift red padding. And I kind of like it. It's just enough padding that it doesn't get in the way. I found the VR cover one sometimes was kind of a bit big, a bit wide in the nose here, and was touching my nose all the time, which I didn't like. And as I say, I do like looking between my nose, so I kind of preferred that. But it still comes off. The difference here, you can see, I guess, with the AMVR one sort of on the off, when it comes to the actual sort of interface itself, is that the VR cover one has Velcro all the way around, sort of all the way around the edge, where the AMVR one just has 5 sort of patches sort of stuck on, which was a bit like the interface for the Oculus Go that VR cover did. So it's pretty much the same there. But here we go. So this is the original interface. As I say, I didn't have nubs on mine, but it still takes a little bit of a pull to get off. But there we go. So we'll move that to one side. Let's move that over there. And to put this one on, it's as simple as, just like any others, popping it in and squeezing it. 2 top bits, 1 bottom bit, and there you go, it's on. So it's on about as kind of as secure as you kind of feel. I wouldn't say it feels any kind of sort of further up. I guess one of the differences actually is here, which I probably should point out, is this is a hard interface. So this is all plastic, where this is actually foam. So it should, in theory, be a little bit softer on the fit on your face, where this would be a bit more rigid. Whether that helps or not, we'll have to kind of see. So that's an interesting thing, that we don't have sort of a hard interface, we have a soft interface. And then we've got sort of the 2 covers. So we've got the fat and the thin one. Let's put on the fatter one, because I imagine I'm going to need the fatter one with my fatter face. There that goes in there. We do have the kind of lens protector, which is kind of cool to have. So it does say lens cover there, sort of embossed in this kind of, it's kind of like I don't know what it is. What sort of, is it like a cardboard that's covered in fabric? I'm not sure, but it feels quite good. It feels quite good quality. So I assume it goes in this way, push it in, and there you go. Kind of covers the lenses, protects them, releases the sort of sensor at the top there, so the sensor's not being sort of pressed on or tucked onto sort of thing. And then kind of covers down a little bit here as well to kind of protect it. So that's nice to have that in there. It's definitely nice to have a lens protector. So it's nice that it comes with it. So that's a bonus item. Put the nose piece in. I actually kind of figured out it is actually slightly different to kind of how I initially thought. So piece like this, sort of the little flappy bit at the top goes into the headset. Let's turn it around this way so you can kind of see. So it goes in like this, and you kind of leave it resting in this slot here. The sticky tape's meant to go there, so what I'd probably suggest is, if it does kind of come loose and does get a bit annoying, maybe get some nice proper tape to stick there. But for now, it does actually pinch in between, so kind of put it in this little gap here. You can kind of see like a little sort of groove in the headset there, and put the nose piece so it kind of rests in there, in that space like that. And it's a bit tricky to do upside down, so I'm going to turn this headset around so I can kind of position it in place like that. Just kind of rest it in, because what you do need is the headset itself, the cover for itself, to clip into place at the bottom. So put it on over the top like this, click it in top, click it in the bottom, and there you go. You've got the kind of nose piece now kind of covering the headset there, so you can kind of see it there, kind of keeping the kind of little bit of extra light out to the bottom, so you can kind of see it's kind of protecting it kind of a little bit from the bottom. Not a massive kind of sort of blocker of light, but definitely sort of a little bit, and a little bit welcome. And I know for some people they do kind of really don't like the light leak that you get from the nose piece, so to be able to block that out as part of the set is kind of nice. But there we go, so there's the headset cover on. As I say, we've got a slightly thinner one here. It is very thin compared to the other one. I won't say the other one is massively fat, but it is a difference. But let's switch back to the other camera and try this on. So here we go, let's put this on as a first test. My kids have been playing this, so it's all kind of set up a little bit different to my head. But There we go. Oh, actually, that's an interesting thing. So I'm still getting a little bit of light leak down the bottom. Probably just about enough to read my phone, but I'm kind of having to look literally left and right to try and see. So it's definitely stopping a little bit of it. You can kind of nudge it back and forward. I do quite like that it's actually got the soft padding rather than the hard padding on the actual interface itself. So it does make the overall feel a bit softer on my face. Now I'm going to have to test this out in some sort of heavy duty game playing, but this actually is one of the softest feeling ones I've tried. Let me try on the other kind of padding cover and we'll sort of see how the thinner one feels. We'll stick that one on here and get a feel for that one as well. So that's not too bad either. This actually now fits a lot snugger to my face and I can see less under my hands, so even less on my hands I can see, maybe a finger or two at a time depending on how far away my hands are from my face. But that's quite nice as well. To be honest, I don't like the nose piece touching my nose, because that's just me. I don't like things touching my nose. If like, you know, I'm cuddling my other half and a hair gets on my nose, I don't like that. But that's just personal preference. Some people prefer it, some people think it's okay. Let's put on some glasses, shall we? See if they fit nice and comfy with the sort of dips on the side. Yeah, they definitely fit in. There's no kind of issues there. It's definitely obviously pushing them on my face a little bit. Let's have a little look from top down so you can kind of see how that kind of fits into there. I don't wear glasses, so it's not much of a concern or an issue for me, but I know a lot of you guys do. But the kind of glasses fit in there, and then the arms stick through those kind of gaps at the side, which you would never see normally when you've got your VR cover on. So, I mean, is this better than the VR cover? I think it kind of is in a way. I think I do like that this padding, this sort of interface bit here, is soft, and then this is soft as well. So the whole thing is nice and soft. Whereas the VR cover one, you sort of see here, this is the interface. This is all hard plastic. So that's, you know, pushing up against your face with the padding on. And I've been using this kind of Rift red padding from the Rift. They also do a blue one, a VR cover. This is VR covers red padding. Oh, can I put that on here, I wonder? Could this be the best of both worlds? I can get my red padding and a nice soft interface. I wonder. I imagine I can. Let's flick back to the other screen, shall we? And oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So when I was playing Minecraft last night, I was playing this, and to be honest, I did end up getting sort of red marks across my head. It was starting to get a bit uncomfortable after sort of long play, and that wasn't with me kind of moving around or jumping around or whatever. But that's quite nice. It fits quite close to your face as well, so I can only see, you know, a finger or two underneath. So yeah, I like that. That fits and works really well, and I'm not finding any sort of issues with it. It seems reasonably well made, or pretty good well made. It's not kind of coming apart. It seems quite sort of solid. The AMVR stuff, in my experience, has been quite good, and I've kind of enjoyed the products and stuff they make. They make like sort of headset stands and sort of things to hook them onto walls and all sorts. So it's worth checking out AMVR on Amazon if you can. I think this facial cover in the UK is £24. You can pre-order it now, so if you go on, you can find it, you can buy it from there. I think they come in stock on the 20th or something like that. And then the same for the American sites. The American Amazon, if you go on there, search for AMVR Quest, you'll find it as well. I think it's actually $30 or $29. So the same price as the VR cover. What you're gaining is the sort of nose cover and the lens cover as well. So that's not bad, that little lens cover that comes with it as well. Let's switch and check out some of the covers comparisons here. So these are the VR covers. So the actual sort of paddings for the Quest ones here. You can see they are quite chunky. So if we grab the AMVR ones here, kind of compare the chunkiness. So these ones on this side, that's the AMVR ones. These ones are the VR covers. They are a bit chunkier, which I think helps make up for the fact that their facial interface is plastic and hard. These being a bit thinner probably is sort of made up with the padding being padded, so it kind of evens out. They are pretty much the same size. The VR cover ones, I think one of these is meant to give you sort of a closer fit. I think it's this one here with the thinner sort of bit at the bottom. It means it kind of sits a little bit closer to your face, get a little bit better sort of field of view. And I guess that's the idea between these two as well, one being slightly thinner than the other one, is that you can get a little bit closer to the headset. And I guess even technically even closer now with these ones, because they are a little bit thinner, and with the sort of padding itself being padded, then you're not really losing out on any sort of comfort. You're getting probably actually a little bit more. This thing, as we've shown already, that's pretty cool. And the nose flap, although as I say, I don't like things touching my nose, and I actually kind of like being able to peek at my phone whenever I'm using it. I probably won't use the nose flap, but the sticky tape that came with it, we're going to leave that there. It could do with a little bit of nicer sticky tape, but overall, yeah, I'm actually really impressed and kind of think it's quite cool. And it's always nice to have options like now. I've got the AMVR cover facial interface on with the nose flap, but then I've got the red padding from VR cover, which is actually made for the Rift. So if you go on VR cover as well, you can actually get a blue version of this as well. And this might be, actually, it's not touching my nose now. I think I've got it set up just in a way where that isn't touching my nose, the nose cover, and I can't see much under the bottom. It's a little bit light, but it covers quite well. I guess your mileage with that nose cover will vary. It depends on the shape and the size of your nose and your face and all sorts. But I think I kind of like, and I'm probably going to prefer this softer interface. I think that's the main difference between this and the VR cover. Paddings, that's more sort of interchangeable, wipeable. They're kind of made of the same sort of material. I can't really tell much of a difference between them. Having the lens cover as well is nice. So for the same price as the VR cover, you get this, which is cool. So I think overall, nice big thumbs up for me. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this sort of thing. Is then AMVR cover something you're tempted by? Have you seen it? I know a lot of people were asking me about it, so I kind of thought, given that I've already got one, I should probably crack out a review ASAP so you guys can know ahead of time when they come into stock whether you should pick one up or not. But I think overall, even if I wasn't using the red foam, I like the red foam because it's red, it makes it a little bit different, and people in all my videos go, what's the red foam? And it gives us something to talk about. But yeah, overall I'm gonna say, yeah, big thumbs up for that. The original foam, it kind of feels like the original padding. So this is the original padding that came with the Quest, but it feels like that. So if you already got it, it feels just like that padding, but with just like an extra replaceable padding on it now, which is kind of cool. I guess it'll kind of have to take a bit of time for me to kind of see how it kind of holds up over time, whether the Velcro and stickiness there sort of stays and doesn't fall apart over time. I can't imagine it will. Like I say, it doesn't have nubs, or it does have nubs, so we don't have to worry about nub gate that we had with VR cover. But as I say, with VR cover now, if you do order from them, you do get the nubbed version, so you don't have to worry about that. You do get the fixed version. But yeah, it's nice. I do like it. So overall, Eason AMVR, nice big thumbs up for me. Well done, mate. Another quality product, and I'm always impressed with the stuff you guys are putting out. It's nice to kind of see that we're getting a bit of variety. Other manufacturers jumping in, creating some interesting sort of things like the Beat Saber handles or the stands and stuff. VR cover only do certain things. VR cover stuff is great as well. I do like their products as well. So it's nice that we've got a nice selection of quality stuff coming out. And the more popular these headsets get, the more manufacturers and stuff will jump in and make these cool things for us. And it's a win-win for us, for sort of consumer-wise, because more sort of competition means they'll have to try harder to make them better and better value for us. So overall, big thumbs up for that as well. As I say, let me know in the comments down below if you're fancy picking one up. I'll leave some links down below. There'll be Amazon affiliate links, which give me a little bit of kickback if you do buy them. But feel free not to use them. Just go straight to Amazon, search for AMVR and Quest, and you should be able to find them. But if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like it. Try and do better for next time. Become one of the Remarkables. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when my next uploaded video. And that's me done. I'm out. A virtual high five.